Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Let me get everything back up and running. Alright, I think I am back. Let me grab a quick sip of water. And let's try that again. We don't have sea salt. We don't have cheddar. We have butter. I think we're just going to go with butter popcorn. Yeah, we're just going to go with butter popcorn. So let's copy that. And hopefully y'all will come back. Alright, that image is not going to work. That one's not going to work. This one should work. Let's copy that into here. So file, save as popcorn. Yeah, I just want to check. Okay. Sorry about that. My internet absolutely hates me with a passion. Alright, so you're going to be popcorn. Let's come into here. We have our popcorn palette there. Let's change this from honey butter to popcorn. And my internet just loves, my Wi-Fi just absolutely loves, my computer just loves disconnecting from the Wi-Fi. Like 100 times a day. Alright, so popcorn should be done. So let's take a look at that one. Alright, so there's going to be our popcorn. Now, those are just the pallets. Now we have to go back to our fill types. And we have to add in 4 more fill types. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you are going to be potato chips. You become potato chips. We're going to have to make some pictures. So you become potato chips. You become potato chips. Now the second one is onion rings. Why did you not copy over properly? Oh, I know why. Because I put it on the wrong line. You are onion rings. You are capital letters. And we're going to have to make our HUDs. So onion rings, so potato chips, make sure we have it in all four. And then potato chips, and then onion rings, okay. And then we have honey butter chips. And then we have honey butter chips. We have to make images for these. And then last one is going to be popcorn. And then the image is going to be popcorn. And then we have to add them into piece because they are pallets. So we have potato chips, onion rings, honey butter chips, and popcorn. Alright, now we have to make 4 images. So let's go to Richie's Prairie HUDs. And I'm just going to use, it doesn't matter which one I use. Let's grab I usually use the flower. Let's open up this one, and let's open up this one. And these are the size they have to be. So the first one is going to be potato chips. Now, I'm not going to be able to shrink this down. It's going to be way too hard to shrink down. So let's just see if we can't grab part of this. So let's go copy and paste. I can live with that. And let's go here. This one may be a problem. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's not going to shrink down as well. So let's come back to our original one. And let's see if we can't grab a picture that's a little bit smaller. Yeah, we're gonna have a major problem getting these small enough. Let's see if we can't find a Wise variety pack. Something with a smaller picture. I didn't want to do that crap. Let's copy that. Paste in a new image. Alright, so what were we working on? We're working on original. So let me grab this. Now let's go copy and paste Yeah, that's going to be much cleaner. Alright, so let's go File, Save As, HUD Fill, but oh, cap locks was on. HUD Fill, potato chips. This one has to be DTX5. And let's go here, let's go File, Save As, potato chips small. Alright, so after potato chips was onion rings. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. And let's grab our onion rings. And let's grab part of this image. I can live with that. And now let's grab, do we have no onion rings on there? Crap. Can I get you small enough? Probably. Let's see. Let's grab just this. Let's copy that into here. Can I get it small enough without it going too blurry? That's going to have to do File, Save As. This is going to be onion rings. Small. And this one's going to be File, Save As. You are going to be onion rings. Large. Alright, let's back that out. Let's back that one out. And then our next one is honey butter. So let's grab the honey butter. Let's copy that into here. And then let's go a little bit smaller. Alright, so let's go File, Save As. Where's my fill type XML? It's got to be honey butter chips. So you are honey butter chips small DTX5. Let's go File, Save As. You are honey butter chips large. Alright, let's back those out. And then we need popcorn. So let's go copy and paste. And then let's see if we can grab a, yeah, I can. Let's grab a smaller image from here. So let's go copy and paste. This way it won't be blurry in game. Alright, so let's go File, Save As. You are going to be Popcorn Small. You are going to be Popcorn Large. Alright, so for the new Wise Factory, just for this map, we have the fill types in the map. We have the pallets in the map. I'm going to close that for now. So we have our HUDs done. Yeah, HUDs are done. Onion rings may still be a little bit blurry in game, so I may have to work on that texture off camera. Alright, so we have it in the map. We have to add it to the sell points. So let's go to Aldi. And we have to add 4 more products in. So we're going to add in potato chips. We're going to add in onion rings, honey, butter, chips. And then the last one was popcorn. Alright, let's fix our rows. Save that. Now let's grab these 4. Let's add them to the diner. And let's go. And then we'll add them into Dollar General. Let's go. Dollar General will go down on price a little bit. Alright, so now they're in the sell points. Now we have to add them into Central Warehouse. So back up to, alright, 4 more production lines. So it's going to be 47, 48, 49, and 50. You are potato chips, we have onion rings, honey, butter, chips, and popcorn. And then we have to add our inputs in. So you become 47, 48, 49, and 50. So you become potato chips, onion rings, . honey butter chips, and popcorn. We have to go to our outputs. So you become 47, 48, 49, and 50. So potato chips, onion rings, honey butter chips, popcorn. All right, now we go to Central Station. Now we come back up to the top. Inputs. So under butter, we have 47. We have potato chips. All right. We have 48. We have onion rings. And then we have number 49. Honey butter. Honey butter chips. And then number 50. We have popcorn. We have popcorn. All right, now let's go to our outputs. All right, so it's the same one as this one. So you become number 47. You are potato chips. And then the palette is going to be potato chips. And then under that one is number 47. 47 becomes onion rings. Onion rings. Palette is going to be onion rings. And that's number 47. No, that's number 48. This one is going to be 49. And it is honey butter chips. And then the palette is going to be honey butter chips. And then one more output. For now, you're going to be number 50. You are popcorn. And the palette is going to be popcorn. And then we have to make 4 more production lines. Alright, so you become number 47. You become number 48. So your onion rings. Your onion rings. You become number 49. Honey butter chips. Honey butter chips. Are they spelled the same? HONEYBUTTERCHIPS. HONEYBUTTER. Why are they not highlighting? Well, because one's an input, one's an output. Alright, and then the last one should be 50, and this one should be popcorn. And this one should be popcorn. Now when I highlight, do they both highlight? No, okay. We have to add 4 more digital displays. So you're going to be 47, 48, 49, and 50. You are 48, 49, 50, and 51. And then we have to take our sign and let's go cap locks, POTA. So potato chips, onion rings. I don't know if I can fit 2 more in here. I may have to push some of these up. Honey, yeah. Honey butter chips, because I'm not going to be able to fit. I'm not going to be able to fit popcorn in there. Let me see if I can't just push this whole thing up a little bit. That may give me enough room. If not, I'll just redo the whole list. Now let's do this. And now let's see if I can fit in popcorn. Alright, let's save that. Alright, let's come back into, close that palette. Let's come back into here. Let's take that, let's refresh that texture. And I'm going to have to space some of these back out. Alright, let's pull you up. So plywood, steel, bottles, boxes, sugar, butter. Alright, let's duplicate that. So you become 47. You become 48. You become 49. And then you become 50. Alright, let's save that. I guess it's going to take me probably 2 to 3 days just to get the map updated with all the new fill types. And then next week we'll start building some placeable factories just for this map. My coffee cup is empty. Alright, let's check the map for everything for the mill and the potato chip factory. Make sure I didn't mess anything up so far. Make sure there's no Lua errors. So let's jump into here. Let's grab new save game. We'll check it with an existing save game after I get all the fill types in the map. So what I want to check is I want to check the sale prices. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Alright, so we have our veggie oil. Milk is already in the map. So we have our sugar, our butter, and our flour. And then we have our potato chips, our onion rings, our honey butter, and our popcorn. So the prices are good. Let's teleport ourselves back to central warehouse. So we now have our sugar, our butter, our potato chips, onion rings, our popcorn. So we should now have storage for our new products. So we have our sugar, our butter, our potato chips, our onion rings, our honey butter chips, and our popcorn. Alright, so that's good. Now there's one other thing I want to test. Let me grab a little bit of cash. Let me grab a little bit of speed. I want to grab the store delivery mod. I want to grab the slide on K100 with the slide on tipper. Because we're not going to be able to save this save anyway. Now I don't know if this is fill type specific or if this is set up for bulk, but I want to see if our flour texture is working. Alright, let's see if we have our flour in here now. We do. Alright, so the flour texture fill plane is working. flower texture unload particle effect is working. And let's check the fill particle, make sure its truck fills. And I want flower. All right, cool. So all of our particle effects are working. All right, let's get out of here. So that's 2 factories done with all the fill types in the map. Well, technically 3 because we updated the mill. Let's go check the log for errors. Make sure I got no weird Lua errors with what we've done so far. And we may be hitting, if we hit the limit on this map, then we're going to have to add in the limit break mod. Driving dust. Alright, that's a Giants issue. Okay, so we have everything in the map. Everything is working for a couple of the new factories. Where do I want to go next? Alright, let's go with 2 easy ones. Let's get rid of all these ones I don't need anymore. Oh, I wanted to leave those open. That's alright. We'll just open them back up. I don't want to accidentally save any of these. And I will leave this one open for now because we'll probably make some changes to it. Alright, so we're going to do a placeable herbs and spices greenhouse. So we need to add in. Alright, let's go to Richie's Prairie Fill Plains. Let's go to Ritchieville Fill Plains and let's grab herbs and spices. Let's go File, Export, Richie's Prairie, Fill Plains, Herbs, no caps, Herbs, Spices. And then let's go to Ritchieville, Particle Systems. I need the pipe effect, for herbs and spices. So let's go File, Export, Richie's Prairie, Particle Systems, Pipe, Herbs, Spices. And then let's grab the unload effect for herbs and spices. And it should have brought the textures over. Let's just double check. Yeah, there's my herbs part of there, my herbs textures. Then we have to go to the map DE. We have to map our i3Ds that we just put in. So fill plains, herbs, spices, particle effects. So we have pipe, herbs and spices, and we have our unload effect. Herbs and spices. And then we have to go to our fill plane, our fill types. And I want to add the herbs and spices up by the other greenhouse products. So they're they're together on the prices menu. So under cocoa, we are going to add herbs and spices. Our picture is going to be herbs and spices. And then it's a bulk, so we have to add it to bulk. So under bulk, we're going to go with herbs and spices. Let's grab our Ritchieville HUDs, Ritchie's Prairie HUDs. Let's grab our herbs and spices. Oh, they're just called herbs. Okay, we have to go in and fix that. So let's copy those over to here. And they're just called herbs. So let's come over to here. Let's find them again. And you are just herbs, but is it lowercase or is it uppercase? It is herbs all lowercase, so you have to go just to herbs. Alright. Now we have to add it to the price list. So you are going to be herbs and spices. So we'll add it in all these. We'll add it to the diner. And then we'll throw it in Dollar General as well. Alright, so herbs and spices, and then we have to add it to here because it's a bulk. So let's add in the silo, central silo, let's add herbs and spices. And herbs and spices. Alright, so we have it in the map. We have it in the sell points. And we have it in storage. So when we make the placeable factory, everything will already be in the map. So let me just get my notebook. Hang on, just bear with me 1 second. I just want to make some notes to the stuff that I've already built. So this one's done. That one's done. Sugar's going to be a tall pallet. Flour, butter's going to be a tall pallet. Boxes is a tall pallet. That's a liquid. That's a liquid. Flour's a bulk. All right. Potato chips are a tall pallet. Onion rings are a tall pallet. Honey butter and popcorn are a tall pallet. Herbs and spices are a bulk. So we're going to do a placeable herbs and spices greenhouse. All right. We are also going to do a raw rubber plantation, and that's going to be a liquid. So we're going to add in, let's go to our fill types, and under herbs and spices, we are going to add in raw rubber. And then the picture we're going to use, I think, is also says raw rubber. All right, so there's our raw rubber. Our raw rubber is going to be a liquid. So we need to add it under our liquid category. It doesn't matter where I put it. Raw rubber. And then we need our HUDs for raw rubber. Right here. Alright, so that's done. So we have our fill type done. We have to add it to our cell point. So let's throw it in. I'm just going to throw it in Dollar General, and I'm going to throw it in, what's the other one? Richie's Prairie, placeables, no, maps, placeables, selling station, generic. Let's throw it in true value as well. Alright, so raw rubber. So let's throw it in here. Save that. And we'll throw it in Dollar General. Alright, so we have it there, and let's go to our silo because it's a bulk liquid, so let's go raw rubber. And we'll add it into here. And there's no pallets, so we don't have to mess with the pallet because raw rubber is going to be bulk liquid. Alright, so that's in the map. We are going to make a pallet of raisins. So let's go back to Richie's Prairie. Objects, pallets, global company. I'm going to use the boxes palette. Let's go file, export. Let's go Richie's Prairie, objects, pallets, raisins, palette. And then we're going to go boxes. Let's copy and paste. And I'm going to call it raisins. We'll do some kind of a dryer to make raisins. Alright, now let's open up this one. Let's open up this one. So you are fill type raisins. R-A-I, I think that's spelled right. Am I spelling that right or am I spelling that wrong? Yep, no, I'm spelling it right. All right, we need a picture anyway. R-A-I-S, raisins palette. All right, so you are going to be raisins. Fill type is going to be raisins. Okay, so the fill type is correct. Let's go to our mod description. Let's add our raisins palette in. So we have our raisins palette. Now we need to build a HUD. So let's go to, actually, hold on. We fill type first. So under popcorn, we need raisins. Fill type is going to be raisins. We're going to make a picture. Then it's going to be a palette, so we have to add it into piece. So we still have to build our palette and we still have to build our HUD. So let's go to HUDs. And let's go back to flower. I don't know why, I just like using that one. Alright, so let's take this one and we'll clear it. We'll take this one and we'll clear it. Alright, now we can go to here. Let's grab something that has a small image to it. You're too big. I need something with a very small picture. Am I going to lose? I'm probably going to lose my Wi-Fi again because it is buffering. Yeah, I'm probably going to drop out of the Wi-Fi again. Oh, come on. Give me something a little bit smaller. I need a small image that I can work with. I can make this one work. So let's copy that. And then let's just grab a small section. Let's actually, can we clear part of the background? I can. Actually, I only want a small section of this. Let's see if we can't get... No, I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do with this, I don't think. Let's try it anyway. So let's go copy and paste. I can go a little bit bigger. Actually, hold on, let me undo. get our white background back. Did I disconnect and reconnect? I did not. Alright. Let's grab a section of the raisins. Or do we want to go with a picture of a box? Hold on. Let's go sun-made raisins. Let's see if we can work with this a little bit differently. Oh, come on, give me something that's a little bit smaller. Perfect. Alright, let's go copy and paste. Let's get rid of this picture. Let's get rid of... Nope, let's just grab this guy. Let's go copy and paste. Oh, there we go. See if I can stretch it out just a little bit without it being blurry. And let's get see if we can shrink this down without making it blurry. Nope. So let's grab a smaller image of this. See if we can't shrink this one down without making it blurry. Not too bad. Alright, so let's go here. Let's go File, Save As. You are going to be raisin small. And you need to be DTX5. And then you're going to be, let's go File, Save As. You are raisins large. And then let's take our, let's back these out. And I'm going to have to, the only way I can get rid of the Y's now is to go like this. Alright, so we've got a clean slate to work with. So let's go copy and paste. And now let's see if we can't grab something a little bit bigger. Alright, let's go the hard way. Let's grab it like this. Now let's just bring that down a little bit. Let's see if we can't grab a raisin box that's a little bit less blurry. Let's see if we can't get this one looking a little bit better. Nope, that doesn't say raisins on it. That ain't gonna work either. Alright, let's see if I can find one. Something that's not as blurry. And not as large. This may work. Let's try this one. I'm gonna have to stretch it out a little bit. I don't think that's as blurry. Let's go File, Save As, little raisins. This one needs to be DTX1. Alright, so let's go into here. Raisins palette i3D. Let's change rings to raisins. Did I go to my mod disk? So we have our raisins palette there. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Richie's Prairie, Objects, Pallets, Global Company. Let's open up the raisins palette and see what it looks like. I can live with that. Alright, so we have our fill type done. Alright, fill type's done. We have raisins. We made our HUD. So we have our HUDs for our raisins. So that's done. Our palette is built. Alright, now we need to add raisins into the sell points. So let's go to Aldi's. And let's go raisins. I guess I'll do some kind of a dryer just to get like a little simple factory to dry grapes into raisins. Let's add it into the diner. And we'll add it into Dollar General. Alright, so now we have raisins in the map. Now we have to add them to let's close that, and let's close that. Now we need to add them into the warehouse. So, production line 51 is going to be raisin storage. I'm going to just leave that gap there because we'll be adding some more in. And I'll close the gaps later. So 51 is going to be raisins. And then our output $51 is going to be raisins. And let's grab our central warehouse back up to the top. Alright, so input 51. So input 51, we're going to do raisins. fill type, raisins. And then we have an output. Under popcorn. It's going to be number 51. And then palette is going to be raisins. And then we need a production line. Line number 51 is going to be raisins. And we need one more digital display. So 51. Alright, so let's come into here. Let's take this sign. Let's go File, Export, New Buildings. We're going to call it D8. We're going to go to here. And I'm going to clear, for now, just the top half. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's try that again. Right now I just want to clear the top half. And we're going to go raisins. Just so I can get it lined up about where it needs to be. And then I can get rid of the rest of it. And I'm going to go File, Save As. You're going to be D8. And then Richie's Prairie, New Buildings. You become D8. Alright, now let's go over to here. Let's go File, Import, D8. I'm going to go Edit, Cut, Main, Paste. Alright, and this is going to be our next sign for our next 10. And push it in just a hair. Alright, so now we grab number 50, duplicate it. It's going to become number 51. If I can move it the correct way. Alright, either the sign's not square or this is not square. You're not square. You need to be at 0. You become number 51. Alright. Let's save that. Alright, raisins. Let me grab my notebook. Raisins are now a tall palette. What time is it? 4:30. I can go a little bit longer. while that's saving, I just want to go through my notebook. I made a bunch of notes today on which factories I want to put into this map. Alright. Now before we go any further, I want to check on the raw rubber, the raisins, and the herbs and spices. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything and make sure we don't have any errors in the log. And then when we build the placeable factories, we'll actually test the pallets. And then we'll make sure the warehouses work. Alright, so we should now have... Oh, wrong one. So we now should have... Okay, so we have our herbs and spices, we have our raw rubber, and we have our raisins. Okay, so they're in the map. Let's go back to Central Warehouse. I'm going to grab a little bit of speed. So we now have our raisins added to the warehouse. Alright, so that's good. Let's grab our store delivery mod. Let's make, oh, wrong one. Let's make sure everything works with herbs and spices. Let's grab this light on tipper. Alright, so let's see if we have herbs and spices. We do. Alright, if the fill plane works, let's make sure our unload particles work. Alright, unload particles work. Let's make sure our pipe effects work. Alright, we should have somewhere in here herbs and spices. Tomato. Alright, we're gonna take a, yeah, okay, so our pipe effects are working too. Cool. Alright, so let's get out of here. Probably gonna do one more pallets for one more factory, and then I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll finish this tomorrow. Let's get out of here. Let me check the log, make sure we have no errors with what I've done so far. Just driving dust, right? Alright, we're good. So there's no errors so far. So we're going to build pallets for one more factory, build them into the map, and then I'm going to get out of here. And we'll finish up tomorrow. So let's grab something else that's pretty cool. Alright. So let's grab... Mrs. T's Pierogies. There we go. Let's go to Richie's Prairie. Actually, let's clean this up first, because we're done with raisins. And then these I can leave open because we're going to use those. Alright, let's go back to Richie's Prairie, Objects, Pallets, Global Company. Let's grab our boxes palette. Let's go File, Export, Richie's Prairie, Objects, Pallets, Global Company. Alright, we are going to make classic cheese. Do I want to call it? Let's just go with classic cheese palette. I'm going to leave that open. Actually, no, I'm going to close that one. Let's go copy, paste. Let's go with classic cheese. Classic cheese palette. Alright, let's open that up. And let's open that up. You become classic cheese palette. You become classic cheese palette. Fill type. You become classic cheese. Now, I don't need true value open. That'll give me a little bit more room to work with. Alright, so we have classic cheese. Now, let's come back into here. And let's start with a clean slate. So let's put you here. And let's grab you here. Alright, let's start with a clean slate. Alright, now we want classic cheese. Did I write? I thought I saw classic cheese. I guess we go with classic cheddar. It's close enough. We don't have cheddar cheese, but it's going to have to do. We'll just use classic cheddar. You're going to be too big. You are blurry. You're blurry. You're too big. I'm never going to get that shrunk down. Let's start with this. Oh, you're going to be way too big. You're going to be too big. This one may work. Is the background... yeah, the background's already clear. Alright. I think the background's clear. We'll find out in a minute. The background is not clear. Alright. then that's not going to work either. You are too big. You're too big. Let's try this one. Alright, so that's going to be our label. Now we still need to find a small photo with classic cheddar. Alright, give me something small and not blurry. This may work. Let's copy that one. This may work. Let's take let's grab this. Let's go File, Save As, Classic Cheese. This one needs to be DTX1. Let's change this to Classic Cheese. And now let's go to the mod description. You're going to be Classic Cheese. Let's take a quick peek at the palette and see what it looks like. Yeah, I can live with that. Now we have to grab, let's get rid of this. And let's back this one out. Alright, so now we need classic cheddar. Let's grab this. Let's go copy, paste. I can go a little bit bigger. So let's go a little bit bigger. And then I need something way smaller. And if I have to, I will piece this together. I'm probably going to have to piece this together. Let's just grab Mrs. T's. And then let's grab the classic and let's grab the cheddar. we're going to have to go with that. Let's go File, Save As. You're going to be classic cheese. And then you're going to be, oh, this one. No, this one. File, Save As. Classic cheese small. And then we need to go to our fill types. And then under raisins, we are classic cheese. Our pictures we just made. Our classic cheese, and then our, it has to go under piece because it's a pallet. Alright, that's the first pallet built. So I'm done with this one. We're done with that one. So let's grab our classic cheese. Let's go File, Export. Next one is going to be classic onion palette. Let's take our classic cheese. I'm going to call it classic onion. So let's open up that one, and let's open up this one. So we're going to change cheese to onion. We're going to change cheese to onion. Onion. Oh, that needs to be a capital O. Classic onion. And classic onion. So there's our fill type. Let's go to our mod description. Classic cheese becomes classic onion palette. Now let's go from classic cheddar to classic onion. Find one that's not blurry. Let's start with this one. Maybe a little bit too big. So let's back this out. And then we'll grab part of this. This will be for our fill type for our HUD. And then for our small HUD, this one's going to be a pain. Let's see if we can't find one that's just a little bit smaller. This will work. Let's copy that. Let's take this one. I just want to back out the cheddar part. And let's grab, see if we can't grab part of the onion. All right, that'll work. And then we need a picture for the palette. So let's back that one out. Let's go back to here. Let's copy that. And if this doesn't shrink down, we'll take the smaller picture. Yeah, that's going to get blurry. Let's back that out. Let's take this one. See if I can't work with this. Let's go copy and paste. Yeah, this is going to be much better. Alright, so let's go File, Save as Classic Onion. And then we have to save this one as Classic Onion. And we have to save this one as Classic Onion Small. And then we have to change our palette from Classic Cheese to Classic Onion. Alright, so we have our mod descriptions done. It is. Let's see what the palette looks like. So Classic Onion. Alright, there's going to be our Classic Onion pierogies. Now fill type. Let's go to fill types. Where'd you go? Fill types. So we're going to take Classic Cheese. Make it Classic Onion. You're going to be onion. You're going to be onion. And then we have to add it into piece. And we'll save that. Alright, so we have Classic Cheese in the map, we have Classic Onion in the map. One more. Let's go back to, let's grab Classic Onion. Let's go File, Export. We're going to go Loaded Potato Palette. And we'll grab this one. And we're going to go Loaded Potato Palette. Alright, let's open this one up. And let's open this one up. So you are now Loaded Potato. Your Loaded Potato, our fill type. Is Loaded Potato. You are loaded potato. And in our palette, where's my mod description? You are going to be loaded potato palette. Alright, now we need our images done. So we go back to LOA loaded potato. And let's find something small and not blurry. You're too big. You're going to be too big. You're too big. You're too big. This one might work. Let's copy that one. So let's go here. Let's back this out. Let's grab this one. And let's see if I can get it shrunk down without looking blurry. I can live with that. Let's go File, Save As. You're loaded potato. Now we have to go this guy. Let's back this out. And let's go, can I paste that one back in? I can. Let's see if we can't get this looking good without being blurry. And let's just back out the onion part. Oh, let's see if we can back out the classic part. And let's see if we can get loaded potato to look good without being blurry. So we got Mrs. T's loaded potato. I think I can live with that. So let's go File, Save As. You are going to be loaded potato small. And you're going to be loaded potato large. Alright, so I can close this because that's the last one we're going to build today. Let's go to here. Let's fix our palette first. So you are going to be loaded potato. Let's save that. And do we have our mod description done? We do. So let's look at this palette. Alright, there's our loaded potato pierogi. Alright, that works. Now we got to go to our fill types, and we have to add in loaded potato. Loaded potato. loaded potato, and loaded potato, and then it's a pallet, so it has to go in here. Let me grab my notebook. So these 3 pallets are going to be tall pallets. So you're a tall pallet, you're a tall pallet, and you're a tall pallet. Alright, so fill types are done. HUDs are done. Pallets are done. Let's go to Aldi. And let's grab 3 more. So let's get them in so we can sell them. So let's go classic potato, classic onion, loaded potato. UR75. Alright, so we have them in Aldi's. Let's throw them in the diner. And let's bump the price up a little bit. And then we'll throw them in Dollar General. And let's go down a little bit on price. So you get a price difference in the menu. Alright, so we have them in our sell points. Now we have to add them into the warehouse. So 3 more. You're going to be 52, 53, and 54. You are, oh, not that one. You are going to be classic potato. You're going to be classic onion. And you're going to be loaded potato. And then we have to put 3 more inputs in. So 52, 53, and 54. Classic potato, classic onion, capital O, loaded potato, and now we need 3 more outputs. So you become 52, 53, and 54. Classic potato, classic onion, and loaded potato. Alright, now we go to our warehouse. And let's just might as well add since we're already down here, let's add our 3 digital displays in. So 50, 52, 53, and 54. Digital displays are in. Let's go up to our inputs. And then under raisins, we have 52 is going to be classic potato. Classic potato. 53. Classic onion. Classic onion. And then 54 is going to be loaded potato. Alright, so those are our inputs done. Let's grab our outputs. Again, we can't test these until we actually build the factories. Alright, so under raisins, we have 52 is classic potato, fill type, classic potato, and then our palette, classic potato. So let me just copy this one. This is going to be 53, and we just change potato to onion. Capital O. Classic onion, and the palette is classic onion. And then one more. You're going to be 54, but you're loaded potato. And then palette is going to be loaded potato. Alright, outputs are done. 3 production lines. Alright, so you are 52. So classic potato. Classic potato. 53 is going to be classic onion. And then the last one, 54, is going to be loaded potato. Alright, now we have to go to here, and then let's add in classic potato. classic onion and loaded potato. So let's save that. Back into here. Did I save the XML? I did. Alright, back into here. Let's refresh the... There we go. Alright, so now let's take sign 51. Let's duplicate it. So you become 52. Duplicate it. You become 53. Duplicate it. And then you become 54. Alright, save this. We're gonna go into the map, check, make sure they're in the sale menu, and then make sure there's no errors. They're in the warehouse and then there's no errors. And I'm gonna get out of here for the night. And we'll have, while that's saving, so tomorrow we need to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more products into the map. I'm not going to close that quite yet. Let's go into here. Let's grab save game 11. So we also have to update for this map. The vehicle pack for this map is going to have to be updated for the auto-load trailer for the new pallets and the tanker for the new liquids. So we'll have to do that tomorrow as well. Alright, so first thing I want to check is, let's see if it's in the prices menu. Alright, we have, okay, so we have our 3 new, oh, I forgot, okay, we messed something up. Classic potatoes not showing up in the prices. I messed something up with classic potato. Because there's our onion and there's our loaded potato. Alright, so we've got to go look at that because I messed something up in the prices. Let's see if the warehouse... Oh, something's messed up with classic potato. It's not showing up in the warehouse either. Alright, let's get out of here and see what I did wrong. Something's messed up with classic potato. Check our log. It's probably going to tell them. There's probably going to be an error in the log this time. Yeah. Classic potato. Fill type. CLASSICPOTATO. Does not exist. Fill types. Oh, classic cheese. What did I do wrong? It's classic cheese, not classic potato. Okay. So classic cheese is the HUD right. Classic cheese. Alright, so that's correct. Is the HUD correct? I have a classic cheese. I have a classic cheese. Alright, I messed up the prices. Let's go back into the prices. So Aldi, this is classic cheese. Diner is classic cheese. This is classic cheese. Alright, and then in the 110, You become classic cheese. You become classic cheese. You become classic cheese. I had potato on the brain, I guess. Let's change the warehouse. So you become classic cheese. Oh, you're all caps. So classic cheese, classic cheese. Then our output, I put the complete wrong fill type in the map. You become classic cheese. You become classic cheese. You become classic cheese. That's what our palette is, right? Yeah, classic cheese, classic onion, and loaded potato. Alright, and then our input has to be fixed. To classic cheese. And then this has to be cheese. Now, which means our sign is wrong. This has to get changed from classic potato to classic cheese. Alright. I think we're good now. That should take care of all of the errors. Let's try that again. So the files I downloaded from my Patreon the other day are no good. What do you, Captain Jake 5, what do you mean what do you mean by that statement? Fill me in a little bit more details. So the files I downloaded from my Patreon the other day are no good. Don't understand. You asking me a question, or are you giving me a statement? Alright, let's check the prices menu this time. There we go. So that's fixed. Let's go to the warehouse. I'm going to grab, so we have, yeah, so we're good now. Let me just double check this. So we should have our 3 new pierogies in here. So we have our classic cheese, our classic onion, and our loaded potato. Just wondering about the update. This is, I'm working on the Richie's Prairie map that has nothing to do with what was uploaded to Patreon yesterday. I'm working on an update to the Prairie map so I can build, I think we're building like 8 to 10 placeable factories just for this map. So they're going to be specific to this map. They won't work on any other maps. Alright, let me get out of here. So everything that was put on the Patreons, everything I gave to the Patreons yesterday and everything I put on the Trello board today and released on Facebook today should all be good. Okay, yeah, I'm working on something totally different today. Alright, let's see if these errors in the log go away. That should get rid of all of our Lua errors. And it does. And we still not hit the limit, so we still do not need the limit break mod, so we're still good. Okay, cool. Thanks. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. I am going to throw you all on ending soon. I'm going to save everything and close. I'm going to get out of here for the night. And then, like I said, tomorrow we have like 14 more pallets and 14 more fill types to build into the map. And then that's the biggest hurdle. Then we can just start building placeable factories. The placeable factories are easy. We can knock those out like a factory an hour. So the hard part now is done. Well, almost done. Hard part's half done. Well, we'll finish the hard part tomorrow. But I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great night, and we will see everybody tomorrow.